Hello everyone, I'm ImKibitz and welcome back to Satisfactory, where we have completed most of our next project. Pressure conversion cubes, the last thing we need to get our nuclear power plant online. And over the last couple of weeks here, we've done all of the difficult stuff, which was dealing with all of the aluminum, the oil products, and most importantly, the iron. We ended up making 18,000 iron ingots per minute, converting that into a bunch of steel pipes. Then we got some concrete. And with all of that, we are going to put it towards heavy modular frames. 18,000 iron ingots worth of heavy modular frames. Yeah, it's gonna be a couple more machines, but my goodness, I'm ready, brother. Is our power grid ready? I don't think so, but it'll be fine. But now I'm very excited to get started. We are working solely now in our main base. This entire building's purpose is to make the pressure conversion cubes. So once we get those cubes done, we can finish it up, adding in all the details and all the funsies. And really, the first order of operations is finding some space. We have been a little busy in here already doing prep work, so we do need some room to make some encased industrial beams. I think that's where we're gonna start. Encased industrial beams need steel pipes, and steel pipes we finished up last time by making all these systems all over the place. And then we need concrete, which is practically everywhere, and then something else. Ooh, look at all this space, hold up. Well, first things first, found the space. What is that last thing we need though? Or wait a second, it's just in constructors. Yeah, we use this recipe, steel pipes, concrete, done. And last time, we ended off completing all those steel pipes. So they are sitting around just down here. There's like 400 there, and then here's a bunch of them. Yeah, the 1,800 per minute, ready to go. Great. We're gonna be making lots of these beams though. 276 per minute. And each of the assemblers can only make 5 per minute. So, 275 divided by 5, it's 55. Wait, my notes say we need 69 assemblers. Did I do something wrong? Oh, each assembler only makes 4 per minute. Okay. What I'm getting at though is we need to make some blueprints here. We need to build a lot of assemblers, a whole chunk of them. So we're gonna make a huge blueprint that'll handle that. But I think what we're gonna do is just combine a bunch of our old ones. So we have these basic assembler blueprints, which is just nice and compact assemblers, ready for overflow. So we'll set that up in the middle of the blueprint. We'll get rid of the outputs on it. And then from there, copy that blueprint again, flip her around, put it into the middle. Perfect. And that's 8. Done skis, ready to go. And all of these splitters are overflow. So all the items will go into the beginning. And at the end of the old system, we'll just bring them all around to over here. So that could be for like the concrete, and then for the steel pipes, just into here, down over to there. And that's essentially it. We're not doing anything super complicated here. We're taking this, I'll save it, stack it up a couple times, and that'll give us our chunk. So at the end of the day, 8 times 3, we got 24 assemblers all squished into one chunky blueprint. Now all of the inputs we're gonna have to figure out. It's gonna be a little weird, but that's fine. We'll give it some character. This is really just like machines and scaffolding, which is all I want, because this area is supposed to look busy. Nothing is supposed to catch my eye. It's just gonna be an overwhelming amount of machines all over the place. And I think we'll just build them right here. This is a good spot, but what is this? No! The machine, it's too tall. This is why I build with these 4-meter foundations. We're gonna just switch those up. Let's get the 2-meter ones. Put that in instead. I don't have an actual blueprint that has the proper material, so we'll just have to go a little paint our own ski on it. And now if this doesn't fit in here, we're in big trouble. Real big trouble. Most of these floors are all the same height, so it doesn't matter, we're all good. Right? Just barely. Little power pole indicator things are kind of clipping through, but hey, out of all the things, that's fine. Space for outputs is gonna be a whole situation though. The outputs just end up here in the middle of each floor. But oh, we just have the scaffolding here. Maybe it will be fine.
Do we commit to the chunk, brother?
Yes, sir. That is so many freaking materials. Thank you, Dimensional Depot, for the save. Oh yeah, this is only one. If we need 69 of these, 69 divided by 24, we need to build 3 chunks? Holy macaroni, dude. I am really, really glad we have blueprints, or else this would have been horrible. By the way, these blueprints are all gonna be uploaded to Patreon/my Discord. So if you wanna mess around with them yourself, click on link in the description. But for now, we spam. And oh man, there be spam. But it looks real good. Very, very happy with it. What's even better is that we're in Satisfactory 1.1 and we have vertical mergers and splitters. So at least for the steel pipes, they're not gonna be too big of an issue. I brought down the main input line just to this floor, because off in the corner here, we have most of our steel pipes. And we're gonna need most of them. Because again, this recipe takes 24 steel pipe per machine, right? So 24 times 69 is a lot, but I've been busy as well. Just a little bit of belt work. I suppose actually we have 1,800 steel pipes here. We need 1,656, so we actually do have some extra steel pipes. So one thing we're gonna have to fit in is I do wanna have a smart splitter to have a overflow set in. So at the right, will be overflow? Probably, yeah. And that will combine somewhere else to go to another production. Spoiler alert, it's gonna go towards modular frames. But then if this belt is going to be short a bit, we also want it to go to some of the underclocked assemblers that are upstairs. Because I actually built 72 assemblers. It's just how the blueprint worked. Gosh, but now you just have to do quite a bit of ducking and weaving, making sure everything looks good, works how I want it to. Power pole's not interrupted. Oh, but now it's clipping through here. Okay, no, wait, we can boop it. Which was a very good idea because I overcomplicated this out the wazoo. It does look interesting now, I guess. And it works, so hey, all is well. Then the extra steel pipes will go off this way, combine somewhere else, and do their thing. Went down the line here, and once we reached one of the conveyor lifts, we just had the line go up and do its thing, up until the end here. So now we have things connected. I will say though, the steel pipes were the easy part of this. It was the limestone, or sorry, the concrete, that was the big mess. I keep saying limestone and concrete interchangeably. This concrete's expensive, okay? Very expensive. And we needed so much. Thankfully though, like with everything here, it's all being planned out, so we had many stockpiles just out and about. In fact, that was part of our big project last time, making sure we had enough concrete to make this all happen. So it's just coming through this super massive belt highway from the green fields down there. And then from there, just to make sure things run well, the 2 belts of concrete, I almost said limestone again, go through a 2 to 3 balancer. So the 2 belts of, which should be 600 per minute, are evenly divided into 3 belts. So that's 1,200 total, so that's 400 now each, should be going onto each of these belts, so each of these systems runs properly. As for the outputs, they just had to go out through the back, and there's plenty of room like I thought. Thankfully there's these poles here, just in case, but I managed to scoot things around and make it work even better. So now the encased beams scoot over here to there, and we're good. Good to set the system up and let her rip. Come to life, my precious. My 69 assemblers. I love starting everything up at once, just so they're all in sync at the beginning. So fancy, so fresh, so many machines. My poor power grid. Oh, my power grid. It's not doing too well. We really need that nuclear power plant online, but you know, in the meantime, we go from like system to system and we gotta bounce around with the batteries. It's not good. The only thing really saving our butts is that we're not overclocking right now because we ran out of power shards. And by the time we get the next system built, this system will be all filled up and won't draw power. But speaking of the next system, encased industrial beams are done. So what else do heavy modular frames need? Screws? No. More concrete. We already have the steel pipes, we have the concrete, we have the encased beams now. So we just need modular frames. And those modular frames, well, they take more steel pipes, at least with the recipe I want, and then reinforced iron plates. For the reinforced iron plates, we're using the stitched iron plate recipe with iron plates and wire. And we're doing all that on this side of the floor. Look at all this beautiful space. Oh, gotta love having a mega base to do these things. Ooh, but iron plates. Are we going back to the blueprint maker? Well, we could just spam this up, but I need 500 iron plates for this setup, and that's gonna take up a lot of space. Like, I wanna get all of the heavy modular frame stuff done here. There's not a lot of room upstairs. So I guess we're off to the blueprint maker. And one thing I did just with the chunk blueprint that I really enjoyed was including these beams in here. The beams look good. I cut them through the machines as well, and they add like a nice bit of pizzazz, some extra structure. So we're gonna do that again, and I think we're just gonna modify one of our old blueprints as well. Probably this one, our stacked constructor blueprint. We use this for steel pipes and concrete, and it's honestly been working great. And we could make it even greater if we stacked the stack on top of the stack. Like, there's nothing stopping us from doing this. Just plop you right up here. Oh, but then I'd have to get rid of some mergers and splitters, but that's fine. Yeah, plop that back up there. Then we just have to get rid of some conveyor lifts and the old design we put in here. Bring this all the way up to the top, and then re-add some vertical mergers and splitters, and that'll be fine. And in no time, we now have a 12 constructor stack. And yeah, adding in the beams makes it look so much better. Big fan. Now they're all ready to go. And this is 12 constructors, each of them making 20 iron plates per minute. 20 times 12 is 240. And we need 500. So hey, not bad. We just need to make 2 of these blueprints. Just have to make sure we don't get in the way of everything else that's around. Should be good. Maybe move some belts in a moment. But no, that's not clipping. And we're not clipping into the ceiling. We got close again. Kind of are. But it's fine. These look fantastic over there. They fit, they get the job done. And I'm very, very happy. I like having some of the exposed belts as well. We can see a little bit more. But to give it a little bit more foundation, I put the frame pillar at the bottom. For this, we're gonna need some iron ingots. We'll find those around. This input here is actually for a merger, just in case we wanted to put like these in a row. So instead of having them side by side, if we ever wanted to put them just in front of each other like this, they connect together, no problem. Now we're on to the next thing. The next thing needs the same materials. We need wire. We're trying to make reinforced iron plates right now. And the reinforced iron plates just need the iron plates and wire. And we have that absolutely lovely recipe called iron wire that takes iron and makes it into wire and is GGEZ. Each machine makes 22.5 wire per minute. Guess how much wire we need though? We need about 1,000. So 1,000 divided by 22.5 is, okay, couple machines, couple blueprints. Start with like 3. Trying to do the math in my head here. I'm a human calculator. I can do this. Wait, 22.5 times 12? I can't do that in my head. I lied. 22.5 times 12? 270. 270 times 3. 810. Wow. We need 4 of these. Time to squish. There we go. Kind of looks like a server farm in here, eh? I like it. But to get the party started, we need iron. And all in, we need about 1,500 iron ingots per minute to make that all work. And it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4 more belts of 1,200 each. So hey, should be fine. We'll bring it to the roof. Then let her rip. And you know what's kind of funny? Once upon a time, I thought it's like, oh, I think I built too much here. I don't think I'll actually use all of the space for all these projects. Ha ha ha, pressure conversion cubes though. No chill, no chill. I am glad the aesthetic is coming together though, and so are the machines. Go iron ingots. And over here as well, please and thank you. And that is the wire and iron plates Dunskies. Everything is just gonna end up in some buffer bins here. Ended up having to squish the belts a little bit because there's a lot of machines, okay? Also, I may or may not have done some math wrong, but for the most part, it's right, so we're good. And we can move on. Wait, I knew it. 1 second, we have a traitor. I copied and pasted all the recipes through all the constructors, and I missed one. I have to find this, I am compelled. Where are you? Demon? Oh, I knew you were here, Billy. I better mean all the nonsense from you now. Well, we'll find out in time. For now, that's running. Items moving. Things are grooving. More machines for the modular frames this time. And we're going back to the chunk. We need lots and lots and lots of reinforced iron plates, all of which are made in assemblers, and we need a lot of assemblers. I actually just checked my notes. We don't really need a lot of assemblers. We need 27 assemblers. And this blueprint has 24. So we're gonna do the thing. We don't have many left. We only have 33 power shards in the world. But if there was a time, it's probably right now to use them. Once we have those pressure conversion cubes and nuclear power, we're just gonna automate power shards and we're gonna be set forever and ever and ever, and it's gonna be amazing. But until then, just have to be a little conservative. All right, so we've added one to each of those. So that's an extra 1, 2, 3, that's 27. We needed 27, perfect. In fact, since we already have that and we already know the next step, why don't we just build more chunks? Just build one next door. This one's going to be for modular frames now, the first of our cubes, yippee! Fantastic. Do I need to find anything else that's weird for this? Steel frame, steel pipe, huh. Well, reinforced iron plates will just drag from literally A to B. Steel pipes though. I know we have everything built, it's just I'm starting to forget where I've put things. We got the majority of things from down here. I know I have a few pipes here. That's 400. We had about 150 just in the bin. Where are the rest? We have a train station here that's doing nothing right now. Wait! There you are. Each of these should be 600 pipes per minute. Why did I put the big sign there and not a big sign here? Past Kibs does miraculous things. Okay, so yeah, it's just bringing that from A to B. This is the beauty of having a mega base. Everything's just all over the place. You have infrastructure out the wazoo. I don't need to worry about building exteriors right now. I just have to grab the items. And it's like building a PC. Just grab the items, slot them into where they fit, and hopefully nothing explodes. Because we're starting to get a lot of machines around here. The power was already looking a little, like we're over our production. We haven't even started all these friends. Reinforced iron plates are done. They just end up here, and then we're gonna split them evenly between these systems. Okay, and sorry, I just got confused for a moment. I was wondering why I had this belt going over here, but it's because we have some extra modular frames being made here, because we need like a little bit of extra, but okay, it's fine. The outputs from here just go to there. All the modular frames end up at the end of the line. Now we should have everything. So the pipes go into the splitter, split to here, go to there, reinforced iron plates to there, and system is online. Now is when I'm getting worried. Power, you just have to last, okay? Oh, sometimes we're making like 84,000 megawatts. Okay, look, if we can just keep this being even, it's all good. We have enough batteries for when things get a little spooky. Every system we add onto this, up to fused modular frames, is gonna make things spookier and spookier. Because when we run this system, it activates this system, making the iron plates and wire. And then once we have the heavy modular frames, we're gonna activate this system, making the encased industrial beams. And once we're doing all of that, well then we're gonna need more and more iron ingots. And if we need more iron ingots, that means the entire biome over here gets activated and power goes crazy. So let's just hope we can survive the next little bit. Because if we're ever gonna have a major power problem, it's gonna be right now. So far, so good though. This has been running for a couple minutes, and power I thought it'd be looking a lot worse. We're going around about 83 to 85,000 megawatts. Our production is about still there. And our battery life is around the, let's say, 15-hour mark, which is good, Everything will back up before we start really drawing from the batteries. Oh, 12 hours? 10 hours? 8 hours? Let's stop looking at that, okay? It's fine. It's fine. It's time to work on the raid boss. With the modular frames, we now need to make heavy modular frames. The Chonka. They are made in manufacturers, and oh boy, I just have to bring all the stuff together to make this happen. The big thing is we need to make 82 of these per minute. So 82 divided by 2.813. Dude, what are these numbers? Well, technically, I need 82.4 divided by 8.213. It's 10. Wait, why did I put 8.213? It's 2. I got excited there for a moment. Only 10 manufacturers? Wow. Yeah, that's the real number, though. Oh my gosh, I'm actually going crazy. I was just checking the 37 and checking my notes, and it wasn't the same. It's 2.8. Oh, I almost had a heart attack. That was scary. If I messed up on some of my notes and numbers at this point, dude, that means everything before this would have had to be adjusted. It's fine. It's fine. We actually need 30 manufacturers. Woo, that could have been really bad. Building time, though. Can we fit 30 manufacturers in here? You know, probably. This actually might just be the perfect amount of space. We do have a lot of blueprints. We have this lifted one as well. Oh, that's 2 manufacturers stacked on top of each other, and it fits in this room. Oh, this is definitely gonna work then. I don't actually want to use this recipe though. I have to use the rest of the space in this room for this project, or else I'm not gonna bring some other production chain in here. So instead, we're not gonna use the stacked one. We're just gonna use the lifted one. And we're just gonna start installing that all over. So we'll have it kind of in the middle of the room. Make sure everything's aligned. Leave a little bit of space to the right, and I want a little bit of space to the left, because at this point, now that we have most of the factories built in this area, I'm really starting to think aesthetically, like where are we gonna have walking paths? I started putting in some temporary walls because I want to kind of wall certain areas off. Yeah, it's a different phase of the build. Those look really, really good, and if we just have a full row of them, this could look incredible. It's just, can we fit them? It's 30 machines, so we kind of need a lot here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, come on, 10, 9. I misplaced one. We also only got 9 there. That's not good. 9, so then 18, and then we need another 12. Or I could move this belt literally anywhere else and get another manufacturer in here. I'm leaning towards that, but if we can get the 18 on this side, let's see how many we can get on the other side. Remember, big number, cash money is 12. 12 is the number. We can get 12 over here, we're good. These belts, they can be moved. Don't care, it's gonna be pretty tight. 2, 3, come on, we need 6, 4, don't be a punk buster. No, 5. Okay, we got 5 over here. We can get 5 on the other side, and we're still short 2, but there's a lot of space right here. Hold up, couldn't I just put one like here and there, and we're done? The answer is yes. And then would it be aesthetic? Like, these are so oddly placed, and then we have the full row over this way. Why not move those over here? Maybe I can move this central walkway a little bit, and then we can make that work better. Very much so lean towards that. I guess, you know, wait. The big thing I should be celebrating is all of this can be done on one floor. We went from encased industrial beams, we got all of the iron plates, all of the iron wire, all of the reinforced iron plates, modular frames, and now the heavy modular frames, all in one location. Indeed, this calls for a celebration. It looks fantastic, and after some finagling, I couldn't get this pathway moved. It's connected to other things, it's too important. So we just have these machines just kind of sitting here being weird. But all of the assemblers are in, and there's even a couple of tiles right at the beginning here to deal with all the inputs. So for the inputs, we'll have to run around our base like we have with everything else, and bring everything through these overflow splitters that are underneath all of the manufacturers. And then make sure that nothing overloads. Because with the steel pipes, we need about 1,000 per minute. Oh, but wait, we could just run a bunch down this way and then the extra down that way, or we can just wait on Mark 6 belts and call it fine. No, everything's fine. It's just, again, running around, wrangling resources. So we'll have the first splitter here, goes up that way. So items are input relatively decently. We're actually going to bring a belt around this way and scoot it to the end of the line here. What I could do is I could just overload the belts from here. Like all the items will move this way, then I can turn them around the corner and go back this way. But if I distribute the items how I'm doing, it'll just make sure the machines start and stop a little bit quicker. And remember, this whole project is really for nuclear power. So I want things to run, decently well, or else we're gonna have a little bit of a problem, okay? Anyway, friends, join me for the celebration. Victory is at hand.
All that's left is the final wrangling.
Where are the goods? We need 1,000 steel pipes. Ooh, look at this. A little belt of steel pipes that we're messing with earlier. And even better, I actually labeled it on the outside so I can see what's happening. Very good plan there, Mr. Kibitz. Thank you, Mr. Kibitz. We will bring you right out to here. And then out and across probably, just like the other belt. Sure. Can you connect? Oh, it actually connects. I did not really expect that. Nice. Into there. Straight belt build mode out to here. Off to the races. Then there is another belt of 400 steel pipes just down here, untouched, ready to scoot, ready to scoot. The exact 1,000 we needed. How do we scoot this over there? There's like so many options, it's almost a little bit overwhelming. Oh, this is overwhelming? Yeah, it is. Like quite actually, there's just too many things we could do here. I'm thinking like, hey, we want this to look good. We also want to make sure that the items get there efficiently. Plus, just for future kibs, right? I don't want things to be too confusing around here, or else I won't know what's going on. And then if/when something breaks, it will be a very bad time. How about this? We'll bring this belt just up to the next floor. Once we get to the next floor, or by that 600 belt up here, right? Right, and then we can stack them together and that will be mentally manageable. Okay, easy peasy. Also aesthetically, we have like this belt over top here, so it looks like it'll anchor the belts underneath. Yeah, it was all part of the plan the whole time. Totally knew I was gonna do this, 100%.
Oh, wait, but what was not part of the plan was that I
need more concrete. Earlier on when I was automating concrete, we didn't have enough in the green fields biome and I was like, it'll be fine. Future kibs will figure it out. But now I'm future kibs. I don't know how I'm gonna figure this out. How much concrete do we need? We have 400 here for the project. Just checking my notes. We need 605. Okay, you know what? Fair enough, past kibs. 200 concrete? How hard could that be, right? There's concrete around here somewhere. Yeah, just over here by our nuclear weapons production area, there's a limestone node. This limestone is normal, so 600 per minute, and that's doing what? Can't be something too important, right? This way, that way, making concrete out the wazoo. Really? It's just making concrete, and then why are we making so much concrete? What is all this belt work? Where is this going? Is this going this way? What is all of this? Is this all just for my dimensional depot? Then it continues. Look, I need to know if this is important or not because right now I'm thinking we just yoink that limestone node and use all this concrete for our project right now. But we have to use a quote unquote good source of concrete because if this is being used somewhere else, it's going to be yoinked. But no, it looks like this belt of concrete just goes to our factory of factories. This is where we provide ourselves with all of our dimensional depot items, which means I feel like we can yoink this limestone node then. That's mine.
Like, look.
It's nice having all of our concrete to use in the dimensional depot, sure. But also, I need it more for these cubes. So we have a belt of concrete going up this way. This better be a smart splitter. It is. So now this is gonna be any. All this is gonna be overflow. And then when it goes upstairs, point of it up here is to make more concrete. Oh, but this is to dump water from our aluminum setup. But we're not really using that anymore, which means I think we're going to redistribute a little bit over this way. Again, any overflow. And then is this actually enough? Say we built some constructors, right? 600 concrete or limestone per minute. 600 divided by 45. 13 constructors here. 13 point, let's say 34 times 15. Never punished. It's the exact amount of concrete we need for heavy modular frames. It's all part of the plan, for real, 100%. I knew this would. Okay, for real, we got kind of lucky here. I guess we just have to build a couple more constructors though. And it looks like it's gonna be 14 constructors, easy. We already actually have constructors that are stacked up, ready for concrete. But then again, we do have our new one that's a lot better. So we can just throw one of these down and we'd be good. That we would be. But you know, it would be kind of nice if we had 3 of these builds right here. Just aesthetically, you know? Like, why not? Maybe we can underclock all the machines. Or maybe, maybe I could go and find more limestone around here and just make all the concrete on location. And then we could use that other 400 concrete that was over that way for something else.
And you know what? That's actually what I did.
In building the 3 of these, I also just realized that, hey, we now have 12 times 15. That's 180 per stack, right? 3 stacks, 3 times 180. It's 540. That's practically all the concrete we need for our heavy modular frame project. So I brought more limestone from downstairs this time, from just another limestone belt that was just big chillin'. And from over here, we're bringing in 1,200 limestone per minute from a pure node that is just over that way. Oh, hold up, wait a second. That's a terrible idea. Technically speaking, we'd be running then our nuclear power plant via truck deliveries. So I love trucks. It's fun having them around, but if we're going to put our most sophisticated and important production chain under the truck's reliability, that seems like a really bad plan. Yeah, because that's the pure node. It goes out to a truck station. No. That would have been terrible. We're more so just using the trucks around here for funsies, okay? Not for important things. So got the concrete from the good source, and then we still use that node that's by our nuclear setup down there. Now concrete is good to go. The encased industrial beams for the heavy modular frames are right next door, so just yoinked them, brought them over as well. Steel pipes, they were fine, and then the modular frames were big chillin', so we are ready to start the project. Did a little bit of belt work to make sure everything would move and groove and have everything overflow from where it's appropriately supposed to be. Okay, now I'm a little nervous. 1 second, last thing is the power. Kind of breaking even right now, so activating this is not going to be very good for the power plant. But we got to. The batteries should last long enough for a bin to be filled, and then we are good. Plus, we don't have the Mark 6 belts right now, so nothing's gonna work at 100% either. So yeah, I'm convincing myself it'll be fine. All the outputs will end up in this bin here. Now it's just waiting time to see if I did anything wrong or if the power explodes. Since we're not overclocking, each of these manufacturers only takes 55 megawatts per minute. We have 30 of them. 55 times 30. It's less than 2,000 megawatts. It's fine. And it looks good, okay? And it looks good. We're all good. It's really once all these machines back here start booting up, that's when I'm a little bit more worried. It's gonna start very slowly, and then suddenly just might explode. And We're already using the batteries right when it's getting warmed up. That's a bad sign. Already up to 86,000 megawatts as well, eh? Look, I believe. Power grid, survive. Actually, I know what could ease my worries. Quick trip to the nuclear power plant itself here, and let's check on our interns. Yay! They're gonna have so many power shards for us, right guys? You have some power slugs? Oh, really? Just giving me the heads up here, that's gonna be a bad time today? Okay. To be fair, I respect the honesty. But you know, like, literally any power shards would have been appreciated a lot more, guys. But it is what it is. Let's just hope that everything worked out down here now. The system's been running for a minute. That means a lot of the machines are warmed up. That means we should also have some heavy modular frames. Heavy modular frames? Ring, ring, hello. What are we doing here? We're making frames. Where are they? There we go. Thank you. Okay, good. Looks fantastic. Works. That's really bad. 91,000, 92,000 megawatts. We're 10,000 megawatts over our production. Battery only is gonna last about 4 hours. And we're not even to the final part of pressure conversion cubes. Okay. But hey, look, what we did right now was complete all of that. It's done. That just leaves the fused modular frames and a little bit of electronic stuff that shouldn't be a problem. So hey, it's a little apocalyptic that our battery won't support this, but you know what? We've done a lot today. So I think I'm good to call it here for now. And if you enjoyed, remember to leave a like and subscribe for more. And until then, have a fantastic rest of your day, and bye-bye.